yeah, so as you can see here, this is my Bellina, my first ever a summer blooming Phalaenopsis, and it has been growing great. I really enjoy having it with me, and yeah, I'm not sure, is it normal that their leaves comes a bit yellowish, if you can see there? So it's so much paler than the whole leaf. If that's normal, that's okay. I'm just a bit worried about these white brims or edges of the leaves. I have been giving this Calmac and magnesium in as Epsom salts. So I checked. I think I was happy watching, for example, Roger's orchids and Ed's orchids, and they have given quite good information about the Epsom salt and Calmac and all this. So, and of course, there was this Rick, I think, who everybody tells that he has been looking into this more. But yeah, so I really don't know what's up with this one. Yeah, as you can see, it's like it's paler there as well, so I really don't know what could cause it. As you can see, it's starting to bloom soon, if I can show you there. Of course, that's, yeah, that tag wanted to advertise. So if you can see there, there's that little thing, and that's the next to the roots. That's the flower spike. So I guess it is trying to flower at some point. But now I don't know if it's like that has moved a bit, that flower spike. So it's like, wait, I'll check. Yeah, you're still focused. So I have seen it moving, and then it stopped because it got colder here. And we had like for a few days this week a bit colder or cooler days, which is because the heating is reacting to the surrounding air. So it takes a couple of days for it to catch up. So we had like below 20 degrees at some point in the rooms which are normally heated in my apartment. I have rooms which are not heated. I'll get to that later. But yeah, so this has been in my heated room. It's getting everything. I really don't know what's it doing. Now it's growing that new leaf. Not sure if it's going to move that flower spike more, because it looks like it has moved a bit. So maybe it's reacting to the heating system kicking in. Yes. So the humidity in this room is where this is residing is around 53 minimum. Normally it's somewhere around 63. It depends if I haven't remembered to actually fill the humidifier. It still is around 50 because of the aquarium, which is inside this room as well. I have loads of aquariums. Okay, and then there's this No ID Paphiopedilum. And this I bought from the local flower shop here. And it's one of the Orchid Society's members said that, according to my description and the picture and all, that this is the Perle. So it's my old succulent cup. It lost almost all its roots at some point, but wait. Okay, can you see that? There. So it's coming out of the pot. So if I can show you. So you can see the roots are like attaching to the side of the pot, and I feel that this pot is a bit like wonky, so it's like pushing outwards. Yeah, I think I'm going to pot this next soon, because it's not good for it to have all these roots coming out, those fuzzy ones. Yeah, as you can see there, they are cute. Yeah, it's good root system. So I'm going to repot this today. I might actually video it so you can actually follow me. But yeah, there is some old markings in the old fan, but there hasn't been anything in the new one. This was a little bit setback because it was in bad media when it came from the flower shop, and so I had to repot it. It lost all its roots and it wasn't doing that well, and the media was staying too wet. So I had to downsize the pot. First I cut off all the bad roots and downsized the pot. So this one has been actually drying really fast. So before I noticed those roots, it was drying like in a few days. So I really have to up-pot this. So I'm really happy that this is actually maybe doing well next. But yeah, let's continue with the next ones. I'll be back. Okay, next one. So starting with this one. So this looks really sad. Moving those for a bit further. So it's a Phalaenopsis, normal, no ID. Looked like maybe similar to Stuartiana, and the other one, which is the Phalaenopsis, which is species. Don't remember it now, but it's the white one. So this reminded of those two really a lot. So because it was like, I think I paid like a few euros of this, I decided to take it with me. As you can see, it's lost almost all its roots, and I'm going to water it soon again because I need to keep this moist. But yeah, it's like I'm waiting it to bounce back. I'm hoping it's not going to lose all of its roots, and I used to lose Phalaenopsis because I was keeping them too dry. So even though I can see that its roots are still wet, I still have to water it because it's in my environment they need more actually water than normally you would think. Okay, so that was that no ID. And we have next, and this is a Paphiopedilum again. So you can see if you get focused. Yep. So this is Nivium, Paphiopedilum nivium. It's from Karke. Last fall, when 2019, when we had the, now it's fall 2020, but this was 2019 when we had the orchid show here in Finland. I bought this because I wanted to have it. I had seen this Paphiopedilum, and one of my Orchid Society member friend told me that this might be a good starting point if I'm wanting to have like species for Paphiopedilums. So I'm still trying to learn how this actually works, this Paphiopedilum, and last time when I was taking this off, I could see that it was growing new roots. But the issue is I cannot see any new growths. And all the other paths that I bought at the same time as this one, you can see one over here. I'm going to show you that soon. So I don't know what's it doing. It's sulking. I feel like it doesn't have any eyes to actually push out the new growth. But I'm keeping it. But next spring I'm up for a market for a new nivium. Or nivium, which way you want to say. In Finnish, we would say nivium. Okay, so can you see the difference? This one was one of them which I bought from Karke. This was no ID. It had really beautiful yellow blooms. I showed you that in my Paphiopedilum video. I might actually link it somewhere up here or something. if I feel like it, or remember, that is. So yeah, it's growing really nicely. These new leaves, and this new fan. There is actually 2 fans growing up here, so it's really, really active and really vigorous Paphiopedilum, which is odd if you think about Paphiopedilums. They are slow. So that might be just slow. I don't know. I really, this is new to me. This is first year with the paths. So this started growing, the first one of all the 3 which I bought from Karke. Well, this was 2 because there was 2 different Paphiopedilums, but that's another story. And if I want to drop everything out, you might be able to see inside there that there is coming something. I'm unable to actually view this, how well you can actually see inside there. But yeah, there is like something dark coming inside there, so might be that this is going to flower in spring. Who knows? But yeah, it's really pretty one. It reminds me of that species, I think that yellow one, Armenicum, I think was the name. So this might be some sort of cross between Armenicum and something else other. But yeah, small, really like Easter yellow. You know that sort of yellow? Yeah, it's like really deep yellow was the bloom, and it was nice, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm hoping to see it again because the plant is doing quite well. Oh yeah, and I barely have any sphagnum moss inside here, so yeah, seems to be enjoying its pot and medium. And on to the next one. So this one, it's again from Karke, and it's Dendrobium spectabile crossed with macrophyllum, and both of these supposed to be quite big, and this was the last year's growth, all these 3, as you can see. And there is coming a new growth there, which was tangled underneath that leaf. Now I've released it, so you can see there. So it's growing new growth already, and you can see that it's really enjoying its life and pushing out the roots and all the directions here as well. So it's really firmly inside this pot. These are the oldest pseudobulbs. So, but I think this is a seedling size. But what I don't know is like how this is going to grow, which parent it's taking after. Is it macrophyllum or is it spectabile? I do have spectabile, which is interesting now to follow it. It was also seedling. I bought it this May. This was a year before, 2019, May 2019. I bought it when we were doing this group order from Karke. We do that every spring at our Orchid Society. It's really nice. It's like getting this excitement with everybody. Everybody's waiting their plants and we are sharing the joy, and also it's lovely. I really enjoy that. So this one was from Karke, and yeah, I cannot tell if it's doing good or bad. If you know this species, please let me know. I think it had like some sort of like break for a few months, and now about a month, maybe 3 weeks ago, it started pushing out that new root growth, and the new roots and all. They came like in a few weeks after, I think. But yeah, so these are doing quite something, something, all of them. And because I don't have like any project or anything to update you, so I tend to forget these ones, and there is coming more.